NASA Moon Landing 2026, what really happens next? NASA Moon Landing 2026, what really happens next? The next moon landing isn't just a return, it's a revolution. Forget the grainy footage and conspiracy theories. NASA's Artemis program is building a permanent base, and it's going to fundamentally change our relationship with space. We're diving deep into the aggressive timeline, the technological leaps, and the surprising international partnerships fueling this ambitious mission. This isn't about planting a flag, it's about establishing a foothold. So, what really happens next after 2026? Let's get straight to it. We're talking about the NASA Moon Landing 2026, what happens next, and it's going to be a whole lot more than just a single step. Chapter 1, the 2026 landing, it's more than just a step. Okay, so the primary objective of Artemis 3, set for 2026, is to land astronauts near Shackleton Crater, a permanently shadowed region at the lunar South Pole. This crater is believed to hold significant deposits of water ice, a critical resource for any long-term lunar presence. The timeline is incredibly ambitious. We're looking at pre-landing preparations lasting several years, focused on assembling the landing systems and conducting extensive simulations. Then, the actual landing itself will be followed by approximately 60 days of initial lunar operations. This landing isn't just a symbolic return, it's a crucial first step. It's laying the groundwork for a sustained human presence on the moon. And speaking of resources, the potential for scientific discoveries within Shackleton Crater is enormous. Scientists believe the ice could unlock secrets about the early solar system and even provide materials for propellant production, a game-changer for future missions. Chapter 2, Building a Lunar Base, Gateway and Beyond. Now, let's talk about the real goal, building a permanent base. This is where things get really exciting. At the heart of this effort is the Lunar Gateway, a small, rotating space station that will orbit the moon. It's designed as a staging point for lunar missions, a research platform, and eventually, a hub for assembling the permanent base. We're talking about creating something called the Artemis Base Camp, a network of habitat modules, initially inflatable structures, and facilities for utilizing lunar resources. This brings us to In Situ Resource Utilization, or ISRU. The key? Extracting water ice from the lunar regolith and converting it into propellant and breathable air. This dramatically reduces our reliance on Earth-based supplies, making a long-term presence sustainable. Of course, there are challenges. Radiation shielding is a huge concern. We'll need to build habitats with substantial protection. And habitat design needs to account for the extreme temperature fluctuations on the moon. Chapter 3, What happens after 2026? The next decade of exploration. So, let's step beyond 2026. The long-term vision is to establish a self-sufficient lunar economy. Over the next decade, we'll see a series of robotic missions scouting locations for further infrastructure development. Specifically, there's a huge interest in helium-3 mining, a potential fuel source for fusion reactors, and conducting advanced research in lunar geology and astrophysics. This isn't just a NASA effort. We're talking about expanding international collaboration. ESA, JAXA, and other space agencies will all play a crucial role. And, let's be honest, there's a growing interest in lunar tourism and commercial ventures. Private companies will likely establish bases and offer services, creating a whole new industry. Chapter 4, Unexpected Tech, Lunar Robotics and AI. Now, let's get into some seriously cool tech. Advanced robotics will be absolutely vital for construction, resource extraction, and scientific exploration. We're talking about robots that can build habitats, mine for resources, and conduct experiments in harsh conditions. Artificial intelligence will be equally important. AI-powered autonomous navigation, data analysis, and decision-making will allow robots to operate effectively and efficiently on the moon. 3D printing technology will be key to building habitats and manufacturing tools, reducing our reliance on Earth-based supplies. And don't forget about swarm robotics, coordinated teams of robots working together to accomplish complex tasks. Chapter 5, The Future is Lunar, Join the Exploration. Let's recap. The NASA Moon Landing 2026. What happens next is about more than just a return to the moon. It's about building a permanent base, utilizing lunar resources, and establishing a foothold for humanity in space. The immense scientific and technological advancements that will result from lunar exploration are staggering. And, ultimately, a permanent lunar base could have a profound impact on humanity's future in space, paving the way for missions to Mars and beyond. Speaking of the future, you can dive deeper into space exploration with resources like Brilliant. They have amazing courses on space engineering. Affiliate link, Brilliant, or, for stunning documentaries in space history, CuriosityStream is fantastic. Affiliate link, CuriosityStream, and don't forget Audible for your space-themed audiobooks. Affiliate link, Audible. Now, it's your turn. Let me know in the comments below, what's the one thing you're most excited about when it comes to the future of lunar exploration? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more space content. End screen subscribe button, related videos.